5 years here at Reinhardt University. Freshman year, they'll tell you it was nothing but adversity. We didn't play. We were a bunch of freshman kids who did anything to stay busy, but try not to get in trouble because we didn't have no football to play. All we had was practices, running, a lot of running. We ran every single day. I remember being on the backfield, picking up rocks. This was nowhere to be found. All this was dirt. There wasn't no steps, none of that. When we come into the first year that we playing, I think the biggest adversity that we faced as a team was trying to prove ourselves to the country. We're a first year program, nobody knows who we are, in the middle of nowhere. We're running the wing team, which people said that we're not going to be successful running the wing team. But we went 6-4. We were co-conference champions our first year. The adversities that I faced personally during that year was only I tore my labrum in my left shoulder. Probably at the beginning of the season. I ended up fighting through. I was supposed to have surgery at the end of the year, but it came out when I got to my pre-op, the day of my pre-op, and I'm meeting with my doctor. He asked me, how's everything been going before I go into surgery? And I told him I still been lifting weights. I've still been doing bench press. Those of you who had any type of shoulder injury, labrum injury, you know that's clearly impossible. But somehow, through the grace of God, I was still able to lift. Shit, I actually got stronger. Kid you not, I actually got stronger. Coming through our sophomore year of playing, actually able to play, the adversity we faced as a team was our ego. We went 6-4 the first year. We got the big head. Who gonna stop us this year? We came in thinking we finna run through absolutely every single body we played. But the thing was, half of us didn't put the work in that year. Half of us didn't put the work, we didn't run. I only think maybe 25% of the team passed their conditioning test that year when we came back. Me personally, my sophomore year, if I'm being honest, it's the absolute worst year I had in my single life. Even to this day, and I'm 27. Going through the adversity I faced in my sophomore year made me who I am today. I came in, we had just changed DB coaches again, and I'm not gonna lie. Coach will tell you, sometimes I don't know when to hush. I don't know when to hush. I ended up playing the game, getting into it with my coach at the time, and I got sent to scout team. Well, I got moved to linebacker the following week, that Sunday. Got into it on a Saturday while playing, didn't play the rest of the game, and I started that game. Came Sunday, I was a linebacker. Adversity number one. Following to that week, I had to be on scout team for the simple fact that I haven't ever played linebacker, so I gotta learn to play. I gotta learn what to do. I got hurt and didn't play no more the rest of that year. Adversity number two. Mind you, my goal at the time was to help my team the best way I could, but I couldn't. And then 2 weeks later, after I was hurt, on crutches, couldn't play, I received a phone call that my goddad had passed away. By far, the worst year ever in my life. I can't do the thing that I love. I'm depressed. I'm not playing. They'll tell you, I didn't even come out the room, really, hardly. And I lived with them. Didn't even come out the room. By far, the worst year that I ever had. And if you ever went through anything, any type of adversity, you'll know that adversity basically builds character. Adversity is what's going to make you who you are today, believe it or not. if I had never went to Reinhardt University, if I ever had these coaches to push me, talk trash, when I come on the field and I'm hurt, like, oh, you just being sorry. You just being, ain't nothing wrong with you. I'm telling you. Because I see it now that I'm in the real world. You think you're in the real world now, but once you graduate here, you're going to be in the real world. You're going to see how people operate when they reach adversity. Because they shut down. They don't know what to do. So we get through our second year. Our third year, we realize that we can't let what happened our second year happen again. So now we on page. We clicking. Everybody coming in, we probably had like 90% of the people hit their conditioning test coming in. So we finna have a good year. Me personally, I'm having a good year. I came back coming to my third year and got moved to defensive end at weighing 205 pounds. That's all I weighed playing defensive end my first year. In the trenches with people his size, people your size. You know what I'm saying? I love contact, but you know what I'm saying? I'm in the trenches like, what? I used to talk trash doing spider drill, like, coach, let me go with the O-line and D-line. But not every play. Not every play. When it came to being tough, that third year made me tough because of the adversity that I faced. Now having to play D-lineman. We having a good year. We undefeated. We come around. I think that year we ended maybe 12-2. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong.
9-2.
9-2.
Hell yeah. Wishful thinking.
We having a good. We undefeated. We come and we go and we come to play. Faulkner. I mean not Faulkner, but Lindsey Wilson. They're a rival of ours. At the time they were ranked number 1. I get in the game. First play of the game, I'm on the kick return team. I go to make a block. I go to shoot. You know how they tell y'all, y'all want to look like Zeke and stuff, have y'all pads up, stomach showing, buckles out. They tell you that for a reason, but I had to learn the hard way. I went to shoot a block. A guy had his pads up and his buckles up. When my hand shot, the buckle hit my hand, and y'all see that scar on my wrist? This hit his stomach because I couldn't hit him. I hit the buckle first and hit his stomach. This injury, the doctors told me, was equivalent to somebody blowing their knee out. Now, mind you, it's 8 bones. It's 8 small bones in your wrist. 4 on top, 4 on the bottom. There's one in the middle called the lunate bone on the bottom. It's your biggest bone in your wrist. I broke it in half and pushed it on top of the front 4 of the bones into the palm of my hand and tore 3 ligaments in my wrist as well. It took me a year and a half to be able to do a push-up. A year and a half. That probably depressed me a lot too. Probably one of the toughest adversities I faced because I really worked hard to prove to the coaches, to prove to the other players that I can help this team at my new position. Because mind you, we needed the help. We came into that third year, we had a lot of D-linemen leave. A lot of D-linemen leave. And I stepped up to the plate. So I'm out the rest of the year. Really, that was supposed to be my senior year. I decided to come back. Heading into the 4th year, well, let me slow it down. When we going into camp, mind you, I had to have emergency surgery, 2 emergency surgeries that same day. Mind you, that game we won, we blew them out. But we had like 3 significant injuries where I know 2 of the players had to have surgery that night. One of them was me, and the other one was Bo. I don't know if y'all know Bo. I think he had tore his bicep. But coming in, when I woke up, I was in a cast all the way up to here. And I was right back into a depressed state. I couldn't help the team. I had to watch them sit, stay back, watch them go off and play, watch them go to the playoffs for the first time, which I worked hard to try to be a part and go. to the playoffs for the first time. Like I said, that was big to us. Mind you, that was only our second year of playing, and they thought, well, our third year playing, and they were like, you know, this program, out of nowhere, 3 years into playing, and they make the playoffs. So for us, that was big. We end the season. I'm coming into camp in January. I'm down to a cast that's about right here. 6 pins in my wrist, because I had to have another surgery in April. But the whole time I had told myself, I talked myself up that I'm gonna beat this. So we out here, mat drills, and I'm like this. Hit, pins moving around in my wrist, because I wasn't supposed to be doing it. Mind you, I told you I'm hard-headed. I don't listen at times, and I talk too much. But it's because of the passion. It's the passion that I have for the game. It's the passion that I have to help my teammates and my coaches reach the goal. So, mind you, I said earlier that adversity is difficulties or unfortunate events that impedes on your current goal or your overall goal. My goal at the time, like I told you, was to help my team in any way necessary. That's why I took the time to do what I had to do with the injury. I wasn't cleared. I would hide from Kellen. Those of you who know Kellen, I would hide from Kellen during warm-ups. I'm the reason why they bought walkie-talkies on the field, because I used to hide behind the pole down there while they were warming up and then sneak in and work out and do what I was supposed to do. But it was because I wanted to help the team. We heading into our last year, and by far probably was the most devastating thing, because I really worked hard over the summer. I had gained 30 pounds. I came into my senior year weighing like 240 from 205. And I wanted to play Mike, linebacker. But I made a goal for myself that I wasn't gonna talk to coach about it until I passed mid-time doing for the conditioning. So we come in, I passed mid-time, I work hard to get back. Mind you, I still can't lift how I'm supposed to. I still can't do a push-up. I can never do cleans again. So it's basically just bench press, hard work, and dedication, and just being physical there all the time, because I'm at a disadvantage. We came in to the first game of the season. The first play I got in, I tore my MCL. I tore my MCL. I thought it was over with. I tore my MCL hustling to make a tackle. When I went to make a tackle, I think my legs might have whipped into Tevin, who was down there at the end, and my knee went in like that, and I tore my MCL. But luckily, the tear wasn't that bad. It didn't roll up my leg that required surgery, so I was back within, I think I missed like 5 games. I think I missed 5 weeks. But I ended up giving it my all that whole season. It didn't turn out how we wanted to, because we thought we was gonna win a ring. But like I said, I really gave it my all that year, and I got over it. That was probably all the adversities I faced at Reinhardt. But what I want to tell y'all is, you're gonna face adversity here. But the question is, are you gonna let it defeat you? How many of y'all, who was the seniors? Raise your hand. Juniors, raise your hand. Freshmen, raise your hand. For you freshmen, you gonna face all types of adversity. All types. You're not gonna get as much playing time as you think you may want, or you think you may deserve. Things might not go your way in the classroom. Things may not go your way with your girl. You're gonna face all types of adversity. So to my freshmen, I'm telling you, please, by all means, no matter how hard it gets, keep going. Keep going. Because I've seen a lot of players come through this program who were damn good, who were better than me, because they faced a little bit of adversity. They gave it up. And it be simple stuff. Homesick. Some folks can't take away being from home. Playing time. Getting into it with coaches, not wanting to listen, not wanting to buy in, not wanting to pay the price. Not wanting to pay the price. And I tell y'all this because I work with a lot of people now, a lot of adults, a lot of people who are way older than me. Older to be my dad, older to be my mom. And I see them quit almost every day. Especially with the pandemic and what we got going on as far as me working. I see them quit off of nonsense. And I'm not saying that you guys won't make it if you don't make it here at Reinhardt, but I'm telling you, if you can make it here at Reinhardt, you're gonna make it anywhere in life. If it weren't for these coaches pushing me every single day, encouraging me, this is the real world until you hit the real world. Everything carries over in life. You're gonna face the same adversities you face here that you're gonna face once you leave here. But if you can make it through here, you're gonna be able to make it through there. I'm not the one to talk long, so I'm getting ready to wrap it up, but I want to challenge y'all and make y'all think a little bit. Because a lot of people think adversity is small, or it only lasts a few weeks, it may last a few months. No, it don't. It don't. And what I'm getting at is, I was scrolling up earlier, and it just so happened that, like I say, God works in mysterious ways. I was just on Twitter, scrolling Twitter, and I came across Inky Johnson. And I know y'all know Inky Johnson. As a matter of fact, Juice shared it. It said, let me get my phone so I can make sure that I'm quoting it right. The problem is not adversity. It's not the adversity that you face. The problem with adversity is when adversity reveals the type of person you are, you can't take it. So I challenge you all, when you face adversity, to look yourselves in the mirror and tell yourselves that you can do this. And coaches, I want to challenge y'all as well, because we talk about it all the time. We may not show our faces around, but you know, we damn proud of this team, what's going on, like how y'all keeping the legacy alive. But at the same time, I don't know if y'all realize the adversity y'all been facing. As coaches, seniors that have been here, Tion, I played alongside you. I don't know if y'all noticed it or not, but adversity can last for years. It can last for years. And what I mean is, us OGs over here who's already faced, we set the tone, we raised the bar, and we raised the height. Y'all that are here now have paid the price. However, when will y'all overcome the adversity that y'all been facing all these years, that we faced all these years? And when y'all gonna win us a ring? When are y'all gonna overcome the adversity to win the big one? Because y'all can do it. We've seen y'all come close so many times. So I'm gonna leave that with y'all today. Y'all paid the price. Now it's time to overcome that adversity and win the big one. Thank y'all for having me. Like I said, I wasn't gonna talk that long, but like I said, it's an honor to come back. I will be at more games this year. And I just want to say, Coach, thank you for having us, because like I said, it really means a lot. Like I say, I ain't been here in a minute. Y'all got new turf down. Y'all looking real good. I know y'all done got some tight jerseys. So I'm just ready to come see y'all boys ball out and play. Like for real. Like it's gonna be big this year. But keep that in mind. Because adversity may not be big. It can be small where you can barely notice it. So I ask y'all, I challenge y'all, when we all overcome. Appreciate y'all. Thank you y'all for having me.